Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to Mornings with the Focus. As always, your host, Wilson Tarbeck Jr. Just reminders you guys see up on the screen. Every morning, open discussions. So hit the comment section, share your thoughts. There's topics you guys want to get to. Just share in the comment section and we'll go from there. Respond to you guys there. And also, take your comments and see where you guys want to steer this thing. As always, what we've been doing recently is on the NBA playoffs are going on. That's where we're going to start each and every morning. So let's get going with last night's game. It was game two in the Eastern Conference Finals. Boston head coach Ime Udoka urged his team to wake up during a huddle in the first quarter. They responded to their coach and then some in their 127 to 102 win over the Miami Heat. The Celtics scored 35 points in the opening period, another 35 in the second quarter, and they never looked back from there. They got Marcus Smart and Al Horford back, both of whom didn't play in game one. They were available for this contest, and their presence was felt. This was the first home loss for Miami in this postseason. So in this postseason, Miami is now 7-1 at home. Prior to this game, they were 7-0. Jalen Brown scored 11 of his 24 points in the opening quarter. Jason Tatum finished with 27 points. Marcus Smart barely missed a triple double. He had 24 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists. He dropped the defender in the second half, took a step up and knocked down a jumper. He was on one last night for sure. Grant Williams provided 19 off the bench. Boston got hot from deep. They knocked down 23 pointers. They shot 51% from the floor, 50% from three. They did a great job at the line. There wasn't much that they didn't do right. And again, in game one, we saw them win 3 of the 4 quarters of that game. But the quarter that they lost rather decidedly. Um, and that was kind of the difference in game one. Last night, that was the opposite. Right? They only had one quarter where they didn't score at least 30 points. It was just a really good performance from them. Miami came out. Bam Adebayo essentially said, they came out and punched us in the mouth, and Miami never really, countered that initial punch. Um, there was a stretch in the third quarter where they started to make up some ground, courtesy of Jimmy Butler, who scored 17 of his points in the third. But even with that, the big quarter that he had in the third, all that did was cut the deficit down to 17. And then Boston responded with a 12-2 run to make sure to kind of strengthen their hold on that game. Jimmy Butler finished with a game high 29 points. Gabe Vincent and Victor Oladipo added 14 apiece. Some bad news for Miami outside of the loss. PJ Tucker left last night's game with an apparent knee injury. Um, per multiple reports, he should be getting an MRI today. So depending on how that comes out, how that shakes out, there's a possibility there'll be, as the series shifts to Boston, that Miami will be going forward without the services of one PJ Tucker. And we knew what he meant to Milwaukee last year during their run. He's he's been super valuable to Miami up to this point. So if they don't have his services, that would indeed be a huge loss for them. Jimmy Butler after the game said it has to hurt. They tried to embarrass us. They did embarrass us. Overall, we just have to be better. It's been kind of the theme of, we'll see what happens tonight in game two of the Western Conference Finals. But so far, it's just, teams winning rather decidedly. Troy said, come on, man, you know where I'm taking this. Celtics go small, but I'm going to need Bam to put those guys in the rim when they do. Those 8.7 rebounds games won't do it. Yeah, man, I'm with you. Last night, like uh, even with PJ Tucker healthy, Miami can't afford to have games where Bam is just pedestrian. And I feel like last night, one of the constants for Boston throughout this postseason, when Al Horford's on the court, and now they have Al Horford and Rob Williams. Man, their front court. There's a reason they have one of the best defenses in the league. Their front court does so much. They're versatile enough. They're disciplined. They protect the rim in different ways. They just impact the game in so many different ways. And Miami's going to need more out of Bam. Just Bam and every other front court player on their roster. So far, you've seen 2 good games from Jimmy Butler. Other folks are going to have to consistently jump in, man. Because what we saw yesterday was Boston has so many freaking weapons, and again, they're bigger on the perimeter for the most part. Again, at the end of the day, the series is 1-1, right? So if you're in Miami, you just got to go into Boston with the mindset to steal home court back, because that's essentially what Boston did last night. Again, tonight it'd be game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Dallas hopes to do what Boston did last night, just steal a game. Try to get home court advantage back in your favor before the series shifts back to 2 games at home. And for the Mavs in this case, try to get, if you can, split and go to state. Get back to Dallas with the series at one apiece. And we'll see how that goes, with that series. I know we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but, I'm interested to see how Dallas adjusts. No matter how many times you see go to state, whether it's in the regular season, what have you, it's always, it's almost, or how well you know them, how often you play them, regardless. The postseason, you might have a good hand on them or whatever. Look, man, they're unique. They're a unique problem for teams to solve. And, Dallas, look forward to see adjustments, because this is the thing. We've seen Dallas respond in prior series. So, you can't rule that out at all. What's going on? They said Marcus Smart. Yeah, he was on one again last night. Man, saw a little bit of college Marcus on the offensive end. Got in his bag a little bit, dropped the defender. I'm sorry, Max Strus. Yeah. And again, that's the thing, it's a DPOY this year. All around game last night. Again, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. But Troy said, let me know where you guys want to go in terms of conversation this morning. Got a couple more things to get to. There's a wild comment there. So NFL wise, we're going to talk about some things. We got some people that are coming up for paydays, and just talk about which one of those things are no-brainer decisions, which one of them aren't. If you guys want to keep talking about the NBA playoffs, all you guys got to do is comment, and we'll go from there, man. It's not an issue at all. Let's see where we're at. All right, so typically, we got Mystics Outlook tonight. The Mystics are on the road. They'll be in Atlanta tonight, taking on Ryan Howard and the Atlanta Dream. Both teams are off to good starts this year, so we'll see you guys tonight for Mystics Outlook. Quick word from our folks over at Oohs and Ahs as always. Get this up for you guys. We're open late, U Street till 2 a.m. and Georgia Avenue till midnight. Get ready for a bottomless mimosa brunch tomorrow at our Georgia Avenue location from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Look forward to serving you. View the full menu at oozandahs.com. Again, Fridays and Saturday nights. Order your favorites until 12 a.m. Georgia Avenue location, 2 a.m. at U Street. All right, as I said a little bit before, everyone's been kind of focused on the wide receivers the young wide receivers that are ready to get paid, right? It's more than just them right now, honestly. As we go into, we'll start with the 2018 first-round picks that have yet to be extended. I'm going to start with Lamar. I feel like one of those things I feel like this is one that's just a no-brainer decision. They need to get it done. I think that's one of the reasons this hasn't got done yet is Lamar. You kind of just bet on yourself, and as people are handing out more money, why not go out and get as much as you can? But yeah, there's it's always been an interesting conversation around him. Regardless, this is a former MVP, 105 total touchdowns thus far in his young career, 37 and 12 as a starter. Um, so if you're him, where do you want to start that at, man? I already said I see you. Pay Minka. Yeah, we're gonna get there. There's a lot of guys, and it's funny because everybody was going crazy, only seeing Debo's name out there and only talking about Debo. We saw. Meanwhile, AJ actually got moved. There's a long list of folks, and we're gonna work our way through it. But it is a long list. It's far more than just Debo Samuel. We got Quentin Nelson of the Colts. It's time, man. I think this is a no-brainer. This dude's been amazing. Um, I don't anticipate him or Lamar leaving. We got Roquan Smith of the Bears. I think again, this is one of those things should be a no-brainer. Kid's gotten better each and every year he's been in the league. Sid say Lamar's mom is too involved. I would lift the weight until I sign ink. I think his mom is representation, right? So she's gonna be involved. It is what it is. They knew this entire time. But again, like hey, sorry about that, guys. Had a power surge and yeah, knocked me here. I am back. I think where were we? Oh yeah, we are talking about Lamar. In Baltimore. Yeah, I don't think. I think they'll figure that out. Um, After Lamar, I know we hit Quentin Nelson and Roquan Smith. All right, Sid Minka. How much? How much is? Where do you think the price point is for Minka, man? We know how good he is, but where do you think the price point is? How much is too much, or is it just not a factor? You do whatever you have to do. Because Minka's not the only one. We just saw what's going on with we got another guy, a guy in Cincinnati that we'll get to in a little bit, where I don't know what they're about to do either. What Jesse Bates is going through at the moment. Where are we? Oh yeah, so we got Minka. I know Jamal Adams. What did he get? 17 and a half a year. He's getting paid as a top five safety. I'm wondering just how much, at what point the Steelers, with the cutoff point, or are they not worried about it? We know they're not paying quarterbacks too much money at this point. So maybe they can just afford it and they're not worried about it at all. Or do they wait and you end up franchise tagging? Not sure which route they go, but I'm interested in seeing what they end up doing in that regard. Give me one moment. We'll be right back. Still have some technical difficulties. All right, I think I got everything sorted. All right, so let's get back to this. Sorry about that, guys. Troy said, glad DJ Moore got some new money because that's 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons with the guy he has thrown him the ball. Is an easy man. One of the best weapons in the league that Carolina has to figure out this quarterback situation, man. Like, seriously, they have to. He deserves so much better. Seriously deserves so much better. He is so freaking talented, and the production matches, right? And Troy is kind of eerily similar to your guy in Washington, right? Him and Terry going through some things, being stupid productive. They got to find the answers under center to make it worth it for those guys and make life easier on those guys, right? And this is fun too because with Minka, it might, what we're seeing with this wide receiver group, whereas AJ, Debo, DK, and Terry figuring out what the market's going to be. Where obviously we had AJ the first domino to fall in terms of who got paid, so you got an idea where it's going to be at, right? You got Derwin coming up too, so this might be something where the Steelers and the Chargers trying to figure out, which one of these guys gets paid first. Kind of like when it was time for Kittle and was it Kittle and Kelsey to get paid? And right after George got paid, Travis got his money. So I don't know who's going to get paid first between Derwin and Minka, but all I do know, neither team can afford to lose those guys. Super talented guys, man. At the very least. Yeah, that's a good one, right, Sid? You said who gets paid first? Bro, I think Bates about to force his way out. So again, going back to where everybody was like, "Oh man, Debo this, Debo that," I think Bates is about to be the second person right after AJ to actually get moved. Cincinnati did draft the safety pretty high. Isn't that where Dax Hill went? Like, I think they were kind of preparing for it to a degree. We saw Tennessee, they traded AJ and then took Treylon, 12 seconds later? My bad, Troy. Bro, I'm a Titans 49ers fan. Stop it. If you let McLaurin walk for money, what are you going to do? Try to find another McLaurin in the draft? Like, the Commanders are good at drafting. Look, man, they can't afford to let that man go, but they can't afford to keep wasting his time. So if it was me, pay him first off top. Just pay him, right? Like, the thing with them is you got your guy in the third round. The other guys in this conversation went in the second round. One of the second round guys already got paid. Go pay him. Just Go pay him because you don't want it to be a situation where, and Terry, because of like we're talking about with that production, similar to DJ, man, you can go to that table like, I am the offense, I'm the passing offense. Where are we starting? My price starts a little higher than AJ. So it could be interesting. Again, if I was Washington, I would have got that done yesterday. Uh, okay. I think we talked about this, but I think Bates is going to get moved and paid. Don't know where yet, but how this all season's going, man, you can't rule anything out. Do you think Derwin's bread will be influenced by his injury history? I don't know, Sid. I think this year is a big year for him to get through it. I think they're going to pay him no matter what. But yeah, it's the NFL, man. They're going to find a way to protect teams, find a way to protect themselves, or find a way to never have to pay players exactly what they're worth as best they can. So that's why it's going to be interesting, right? You got a super, super, super talented guy, but sometimes he's not there. However, when he is there, like his impact, his presence is felt, and sometimes it's immeasurable. So he should get paid just off those hospital balls he was catching from Heineke. Man, look, you don't have to be done. It's all good. And yeah, he does need to. All right, we got Debo, right? We'll see what happens. We know AJ got paid. Again, AJ's also a client. Shares agent with Debo of Tory Dandy. AJ got 4 years, 100 mil, 57 in guarantees. So we'll see where that goes. We shall keep an eye on that. We got DK, same thing. I expect him to stay in Seattle. It's just when they go about giving that man his money. We touched on Terry already. Again, to Jesse Bates, man, he's on a tag. He's on a tag. He's on a franchise tag right now. Got the recent USA Today report. Bates does not intend to play on the tag. What will happen if the deal wasn't reached by July 15th? Things will get interesting. I think he's going to get moved, man. I think Jesse Bates will be on a new team, before training camp or in the next couple of weeks. They're going to get that sorted out. Again, you went and drafted a young talented safety this year. It could be far worse if you didn't. What if it was the opposite where, Bates wants out, you're in the same situation. The draft came and went and you didn't have anybody in the building that could remotely replace him in the least bit. Little different. So we'll see what is going on. The franchise tag for safeties is pretty much 13 million. Is at 12.9. He's a second team All-Pro, 10 picks, 35 pass deflections in his career. Man. So it could go two ways. Lengthy holdout. I think they're gonna move him, but we'll see. Got Orlando Brown, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're gonna pay him. They got some money left over after Tyreek is no longer a member of that team. So I think they'll come to terms with him. Dalton Schultz. I don't know, man. I can't ever tell you what the Cowboys are going and not going to do. So they got him tagged. They should be able to work out a long-term deal, honestly. David Njoku of the Browns. It's a bunch of tight ends here, man, that are tagged. I don't know. Man, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing with that. What's going on, Kirksey? We got a good one with those conference finals. Yeah, man. They're gonna be fun, man. Last night, I know we talked about it a little bit earlier. Just saw about Boston and their big time performance last night. How PJ Tucker on around. You said Prime Iggy or Prime Butler. Oh boy. It's about Prime Iguodala or Prime Jimmy Butler. Damn, that's a good question. That's where you at, Kirksey. Man, popped up, said hello, and just decided always hitting the chaos button. I don't know on that one. Give me some time to think about that. Yeah, give me some time to think about that, honestly. Because, yeah, I probably need some time to think about that. Would Dallas bounce back? I don't know, man. Look, I like Dallas a lot, okay? I don't know if you can out small ball the team who, you know, I don't know if you got out small ball Golden State, man. It's kind of tough. And the fact that you can't rebound against them is so concerning to me. So concerning to me, man. Because like you were able to combat Phoenix on the glass, man. So I mean, I don't know, man. You said the small ball Kings. Yeah, maybe them, but you know, they weren't here for Golden State. So I mean, I don't know, man, because like I don't know what the physics like. I don't know. And then now you got to look back at the Phoenix Suns, kind of funny because it's like I had issues with their small ball lineup. Golden State goes out there and Steph leaves them in rebounding in the first game. Again, I expect Dallas to respond. I expect them to adjust. I expect them to have a better outing. But my concerns are my concerns, and I don't think Dallas could do much about the concerns. Oh, you're saying go to State or small ball Kings? Yeah, on steroids. Yeah, yeah, on steroids. And you said, yeah, I said Iggy, Jimmy played with a lot of great players in his prime. Yeah, yeah. Phoenix guards don't rebound like Warriors would. Man, the Dallas bigs don't rebound like the Warriors non-bigs do. Like even on the court in the first game, like Otto Porter and Wiggins look huge on that floor. They didn't look like that in the series before because Memphis has actual like real bigs. Um, so I mean, I don't know, man. It's just interesting. And I guess my biggest thing is there's so many people on Dallas that again, how you were able to defend Phoenix because people had to have the table set for them, it's just totally different, man. With Golden State, it's constant moving. Mostly everybody can shoot. Um, and then when you do end up on those islands, bro, we're watching people like Clay's attacking off the bounce. Like I don't, I don't know. You got Steph, Jordan, and Clay low key attacking off the bounce. Like Wiggins is attacking off the bounce. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Suns bigs get push out 3-point line while you want to board. Yeah, yeah, yep. Meanwhile, you got to go to state people, get out to the 3-point line, contesting, what have you, but they're all hitting the glass because again, they were out. They had 70 freaking rebounds in that closeout game against Memphis. That's Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven freaking Adams, 70 rebounds. Yeah, that's something I am so worried about in this series, regardless of what Dallas does offensively, man. It's just a lot. Clay, yeah. And just adding at the you remember the time like pre-injury? I ain't see that man dribble this much. And now it's like with a purpose. We've seen him get to the cup at times. 2 dribble pull-ups or whatever, creating space off it in the mid-range. Before it used to just be the mid-range pull-up and the mid-range turnaround. So I mean the added stress they put on people is tough, man. You seen Jordan Poole with like Davies on him and any of their bigs, and it's just food. So I mean, obviously, I don't expect Dallas to shoot that bad every game. However, I think there was a good portion of those threes they got off the driving kick where Golden State was able to get out and contest. Man, it's a different type of defense. Nah, no, not really. No, Mm-mm. I just don't think Dallas could defend them. Honestly, but the old the tale as old as time with Golden State. Death taxes and them boys are not going to value taking care of the ball. That's the thing you always got to worry about. And if they, if and when they have those games where they're super careless, taking advantage of it. Lucas, there's going to be games where Luka gets his, man. It's just a matter of how many other people come with him. Luka struggled in that second half. Brunson, who's been killing folks, he struggled in game 1, but we've also seen him rebound in past series as well. It should be a fun one tonight, honestly. Looking forward to it, but I think what was it? Earlier this week on Monday, I think before the conference final started, I was somewhere where like, I think it was like a general consensus here. Like, I think we had all taken Golden State. I think for me personally, I think I took him to 6. I thought that was the furthest it would go. I just don't like you can't hide Luca on the other end, and it's more than just Luca that low key needs to be hit. So, and last year, you could have Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith. You know where they at defensively to, hey, you know, go stay in front of Book, go stay in front of whatever. Nobody's stationary on Golden State, man. Like within each possession, man, the amount of ground is being covered is crazy. We saw them. Clay got so many cuts for layups. We saw Loon get easy buckets. I mean, look, man, they are who they are for a reason, and whether people choose to give them their proper respect is a different story, right? Oh, you got a 4-1? Yeah, see, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens tonight. Obviously, I do think Dallas can play better than they did in the first game. I also think this is a tougher matchup. Like, it'll be a tougher matchup. And that's the other thing, yeah. And this is the thing, right? You got to guard Wiggins on the other end too. I know people don't like Wiggins for whatever reason. They love narratives and all that good stuff. That's a whole somebody else that could get a bucket. Where do you hide him? What, can you hide him on Dre, and then he's involved in every freaking dribble handoff? Can you hide him on Loon? Then you're asking him to go down there on the glass and deal with all that. Like I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know. And again, he's not the only one that's in trouble on an island, man. He's not the only one at all. Yeah, they did have a lot of turnovers. Getting back to the NFL real quick. All right, so we had David Njoku, Mike Gesicki. I think they'll also work out stuff with those guys as well. Again, easy decisions. Aaron Donald, they're working on a new deal now, man. It's going to be a lot of money, man. One of the best players in the league, not hard. Same thing with Cooper Kupp. The man will get paid. I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Okay, Kirksey. They don't like Wiggins because he's the number one pick and guess he didn't have a 27 or more. Man, people, it's crazy because people will find a narrative or whatever and just go with it, right? Like, dude's a career like 19 points per game scorer in the league despite everything he's been through. What are y'all mad about? Like what are y'all honestly, truly mad about? And in this role, like maybe he couldn't be a number one in that dysfunctional behind situation he was in. And this role is like a number 3 or 4. Dog, that's not fair. Like that's not fair. Like Dallas is happy when one of the other guys gets like 20 points. Dude can get it whenever. Like it's a little different, man. Like you said, he can give you 20 a game if needed. Like you can always hit the button and be like, oh man, people are struggling. And we've seen him throughout this postseason run while people like just ignore it. Honestly, the freaking Memphis series. How many times when like the shooters were struggling or taking bad shots, here comes Wiggins with a couple possessions, step back jumper, turnaround jumper. Let me get to the cup. Just simple, just him just being him. And it just works out. I hope Terry gets his money. We need him. Yes, you do. You need him bad. You need him very, very, very bad. He said he's a baller, poor man's T-Mac. Man, I think he's one of those guys where if he didn't go to one of the most dysfunctional situations ever, we're probably looking at him different. Imagine if he went not to go to state, but a team that with a better foundation, more stability got him. He was averaging 20 per in a dysfunctional place. Like imagine if he had go to state the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Like the entire time. Again, it matters where you end up, man. And give the kid credit. He got here. Everything is happening. He bought in and it's working out for him. 2019 first round picks that are coming up. We got Kyler Murray. Arizona, I don't know what y'all are going to do. You say he's not going anywhere, but NFL front offices always say that. The next thing you know, people move. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think they can afford to lose him. But, I think you pay him, okay? The going rate for quarterbacks went up. All right? It just is what it is. You got Bosa on the Niners. They're going to pay that man. So whatever his brother got, a couple mil less or a couple mil more. It is what it is. I think that's just one of them things. They're trying to pay him like Carr, they said. Yeah, you probably going to have to come out your pocket a little bit more. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't think you're gonna get off that easy. Don't think you get off that easy at all, Arizona. But maybe you can. I don't know if he's gonna be okay with it. I don't know. You got Devin White in Tampa Bay. Again, I think that's a foregone conclusion. That's the guy who's going to be there after Levante David. He's in your building. You can't afford to let that kid go. TJ Hawkinson, again, don't expect him to leave that building. Jeffrey Simmons, I'm interested to see what they do just because other folks on their defense, when it was time to get paid, they're no longer there. You're already paying Bud Dupree. Harold Landry's not there anymore. Miko Autry's getting some bread. We'll see. Quentin Williams with the Jets. I'm interested to see what the Jets do there. I don't think they should let him go just because, what that defense is going to, it's going to be year 2 under Saleh and that style of defense. Man, you better not let something like Quentin go. You get those metahumans inside, you keep them, that you don't let them leave. Derrick Henry's has 2 years left on his deal. I don't know what the Titans are gonna do, man. I have no idea. You could extend him or you let him just play out his contract. It is what it is. You got Hunter Renfrow coming up for the Raiders. I think you pay him. Kid's been good. I don't think it's a difficult decision at all. Elton Jenkins for the Packers. If that dude hits free agency, he's going to have a ton of suitors. Plays multiple positions. He's damn good at all of them. I don't know, man. And most of it decides, most of it with where that money starts is what he classifies as. Is he going to try to get paid as a tackler or a guard? Just that distinction changes how much money. Right tackle market is about $19 million. Guard money about $16.5 million. So we'll see. Where are we coming back? And then the last one, man, is what's going to happen with Baker. I have no idea. I have no idea at all. I don't know, man. He's probably not going to be in the Browns too much longer. I don't know if somebody trades for him or do you do the thing where you wait till that time comes and they release him and then you go up and get him. I don't know. I just know he's not going to be on the Browns or, however long he's there, they're going to wait until they pay him, until they can trade him rather. But he's not an honest factor there, regardless of, whether Deshaun gets suspended a couple games this year or not. I don't know what they're going to do with Baker. But look, man, appreciate you. Oh, we got one more. Baker should stay to see Watson's going to play. I mean, they redid the whole QB room with Baker standing outside already. What is it? In that room, I think it's Deshaun, Brissett, and Dobbs. I don't see them asking Baker to play if Watson gets suspended. And I don't see Baker playing if they ask him to. I think it'll just be Jacoby Brissett and holding things down if Watson does get suspended by the league. So we'll just keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens. But I don't think none of it has to do with Baker. They went from having Baker as a lead guy in the QB room to a new lead guy and 2 new backups. Quick. So you go Baker over here by himself, and then the whole quarterback room is different. All right, Kirksey, you said it. I didn't. Damn, shout out to all the black QBs in that room. Yeah, the whole QB room got redone. Entire thing. QB1 to QB3. So, I don't think Baker's a factor over there at this point. I'm interested to see who goes out and gets him. The big race between who's going to go out and sign him and or trade or acquire him or James Garoppolo. I don't know what's going to happen, man, but I'm interested in seeing it. And, for both of them, they might be waiting a while to see how their situations play out, honestly. I'll tell you right now what Monday looks like. We should be back. Like I said, the only thing that stops it if we got out, gotta do some work early. No, Monday is a free day, man. So we will see you guys, between 9:30 a.m. and 10 p.m. as always on Monday. Just reminding once again, Mystics Outlook tonight. They're 4-1 to start the year. They take on the Dream. Then they come back home on Sunday to take on the world champion Chicago Sky. So see you guys then. Be in the building for that on Sunday. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the NBA playoff games tonight. Those of you watching, playoff hockey, enjoy that too. We'll get to you guys. We'll get to you guys soon. Have a good weekend.